project is repotting leggy gourd sprouts. And someone forgot to turn the microphone on, so we're going to do the best we can with the audio. These are gourd sprouts. I put them in here originally just to test the germination on the seeds that I saved, and nothing came up, so I reused it to plant the poppy seeds, and after they were under the light, almost all the gourd seeds sprouted. So now I have gourd sprouts that are really leggy, and I need to repot them into deeper soil because, as you can see, this egg carton is very shallow and they won't survive in there until it's time to go outside. I'm using some peat pots and some plastic pots. To start off with, I'm going to put about an inch of soil in the bottom of the pot, and then I'll use the marker to loosen the soil around this sprout so that it comes out easily. And you can see that tiny ball of soil on there, which is not enough to sustain the plant until it's ready to go outside. I'm hoping that these will survive until they're ready to go outside. They should have really been planted in the middle of March. See, I have about an inch of soil in there, and I'm going to gently place the root ball in. And the tricky part is to bend the seedling around and kind of curve it around the pot without breaking it. Just gently pushing it down in there because we want the leaves to be at about the soil level. And now that I've got it in there, I'm just going to put the soil in gently. Don't pack it down tightly. You want those roots to be able to expand. And although it'd be ideal to have the sprout top in the middle of the pot, that doesn't always work because of the length of the leggy bit, so just put it in there the best you can. And then we'll give it a little water. And then I also watered from the bottom because that's the peat pot and I want the roots to get a good soaking. I don't have a water filter, so this is just tap water that I've let sit out for a couple of days to allow the chlorine to evaporate, just in case that might hurt the plant. It's such a rainy day today. I could be saving rainwater, but I'm not. We're actually having thunderstorms today, which is a little crazy for the middle of January. And once I get these potted up, I'm going to put them on that tray and put them back in the mini greenhouse. The light that I put up beside it seems to be doing pretty well, actually. It's just a daylight strength LED bulb. You see that root ball, these things were root bound already. It's a sign of a healthy plant, but they don't need to stay in there for sure. And since that one had two in it, I had to separate the roots. They did come apart pretty easily, so I didn't tear them, thank goodness. You can see how long the roots are. Pretty amazing. My plan for these, once they're ready to go outside, is to build a carport frame that we have and put some chicken wire on it for the gourds to climb on. I'm also going to put this around the compost pile so that it will not only give the gourds the benefit of growing in the compost, but also kind of hide the compost pile. I have no idea if that's going to work or not, or if they'll even make it until then, but we'll see. I think my gardening motto is becoming, we'll see what happens. And even though I put the soil in there loosely around the roots and in the bottom, I did put it a little firmer on the top. And you can see there it's getting a true leaf already. We've had so many cloudy days that the sprouts needed extra light, and that's why they got leggy, because they didn't have the extra light. So I just put the light up a couple of days ago. The mini greenhouse is pretty good at holding in the humidity, but I want to make sure and give these a good watering, especially because they're in the peat pots. Those tend to dry out a little more than the plastic pots. I had 10 sprouts, and then my helper arrives. She's pretty nosy. But that's also her spot by the door, so she was a little annoyed at me working in her spot. I thought she was going to try to eat it, but she didn't. They do like to play in the dirt, though, so I have to watch them. And she thought about making a bed and changed her mind. I was a little concerned about her trying to eat the onion sprouts on the bottom shelf there. And another big root ball. Perfect circles, every one. So I just want to get as many on this tray as I can. I don't have to worry about it hanging over the side a little bit, because that's actually a shoebox lid, and I'm not going to put the box part over top of it since they're going to be in the mini greenhouse. So I can get a couple more on there than I normally would, and there they are. They look good and healthy in spite of being so leggy, so we'll put them back in the mini greenhouse. And I just found one more tiny sprout. We'll see how that one does. And there they are. All that's left is to clean up the mess. Thanks for watching.